Alright, looks like I'm live. Everything seems okay. Alright. Alright. Is my overhead camera zoomed in or something? Oh no, I guess that's normally. Oh yeah, it is zoomed in, just a tiny bit. Ah. Alright. Gloving up. Alright, so I was thinking of looking at this one again. This is the one that keeps frying the M92. I found something weird, which is that my mechanic tester doesn't even test this at all. It won't even test it, which is strange. So I was thinking I'd test the USB port somehow. What is this? CPU 20, yeah. So first I'm gonna diode read these pins. That's what I want to do first. Even though I can't read all of them. Okay, we got no. Why does it constantly do this? Yeah, it's not seeing the microscope again. It's my Windows USB. I think what I had to do last time was move this to a different plug. Which plug is this? This one. Just try and turn it off and on. No. Oh, there it is. Okay. Or not. That's still a black screen. Oh, wait. That's not a black screen. It was just dark. Okay. Go down a little. Okay. I want to poke these pins with diode mode. Let's look at the board view. Ooh. Okay. So, what do we got here? First three are going to be nothing, so, well, I should still check to make sure they're open. 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 That one shouldn't be open. That fourth one shouldn't be open. That should be 0.489. Where's that go? Oh, that goes right here. Yeah. That shouldn't be open. Interesting. I'm getting nothing on this side of the fuse. Hmm. I'm thinking I might replace the USB port. Sorry, I moved the camera a little. But I also know that, like, this M92 is dead, right? Uh, Alright, let's see. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Had to answer a phone call. Alright, I'm gonna be perusing eBay a little bit. I'm currently bidding on a Nintendo Switch. Where is it? Right here. Alright. It ends in, uh, 12 minutes. I see a YouTube viewer. Hello. This is a board that keeps frying the M92. Getting some weird stuff on it. Like, for example, it's not even recognized by the tail insertion tool. Won't even test it. And I did test it on a different switch just to make sure that tail insertion tester was working, and it is. Oh, hey, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. I think I'm already subbed to you, but let me double check. Let me let me double check. Okay, now I have two YouTube accounts, and I was only subbed to you on one of them, not this one. There you go. Yeah, so okay, so we've done a bunch to this. Like as you can see, there's a mod chip on it because we were testing the EMMC and the fuel gauge. It charges at first, and then it fries the M92. We've reflowed the BQ, made sure everything's fine on there. It even booted one time before it killed the M92. I've done, yeah, double sub, right? So I've done also let's see, switch this. I've done a trace repair on these two pads. That seems fine. But yeah, I just did a diode reading a bit ago, and the fourth pin is an open line, which it should not be. So yeah, I am also thinking that the USB port is what's killing the M92s. Let me get this back in focus. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna take off the USB port and put on a new one, and we'll see what happens. Alright, get my board holder out. I'm gonna raise this up a little now. Let's see. How do I want to put this in here? We'll go like this. Actually, go like this. Maybe. No. Alright. I'm figuring it out. Figuring out the board holder situation. And okay. It's nice. Nice and sturdy. Let's get this off the table some. That is good. Alright. I'm gonna do 400. I'm gonna put it at 100% airspeed because I'm gonna take the nozzle off the hot air gun. And I'll need some tweezers. Alright. I gotta grab out a new USB port. Let's see. Got one. Alright. Let's pop this bad boy off of here. Uh-oh. My drawer doesn't want to open. I got it stuck. How can I ever put this away now? Oh, there it goes. I got it. Alright. Let's heat this up. We'll move it a little actually. Move the microscope and this over a bit. Hey JFix, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Don't know if you recall the board I was working on before, but I'm back to it. It kept killing M92 chips, and I think it's this port, which I'm kind of glad it's the port because if it is the port, that's an easy fix. Easy fix. So now we're getting this off of here. Wow, look at all that, look at all that flux that got under the inductor there, bubbling out. Probably from when I was doing the B-Cube chip. Might turn up the heat a little. This one doesn't want to melt. I'm 400 right now. Oh wait, there it goes. Alright, let's clean this up. Let me add some solder. Let me switch tips on this. I use the ball tip. I never use this thing. Why not? Why not? Alright, I'll put a little flux. Probably don't need the good BHR stuff, but that's what we're doing anyway. I'm trying anyway. Alright. My god, I'm shaky today. Should probably stop drinking coffee. Actually, really do like this ball head one. 'It's so good for applying solder to pads. 64-bit. New YouTube channel, 16-bit repairs. Twice as good. Yeah, do a very good job there. Put a little more flux here just so it can kind of soak up into the wick while I wick it. That one's good. Might need more solder on this one. That one too. Let's add a little. Just getting some of this flux on the wick. Alright. There we go. That looks like it's doing great. Oh yeah. That was perfect. This one looks like it's a little burnt. Let me put a little more flux on there. I want to burn it any more than it already is. Switch my iron temp to. Lower it a little bit. Okay, it wasn't burnt. It just cleaned off. Good, good, good. Throw away all my little wick pieces I've been cutting off. And let's clean this up a little. Thank you, thank you. Looks like there's maybe some still in there, which I'll just poke it, get that out. We usually just, when that happens, I will throw on like the bent tip, and then I'll just kind of poke in here. Mm. Might need to clear this one better. I can't get enough. Oh, wait. Hold on. Stuff just happened. That might be good enough. I think that's probably good enough that it'll fit right in there. Alright. Now let's put some fresh solder. I feel like my camera is a little blurry. Hang on. See how the focus is. That looks good. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Okay. Alright. Now more flux again. Stay there. Stay on the board. There we go. Going to put the round tip on again. The ball. Why does that pad look weird? Oh well. Not really sure why there's like a dip in the middle. It's weird. It's okay though. Alright. That looks good. Gonna have fun putting this port on with how shaky I am right now. Let's look at this. Is this the old one? I think it's the one I took off. Definitely the one I took off. Not visibly wrong with the pins. There must be something wrong with the inside. And here's the new one. Yeah, it does. I like the ball tip. I don't use it enough. I should use it more. Just want to pre-apply a little solder to this. See how the ball tip works on this. I never tried it for this. Oop, not bad. I mean, I'm just trying to get a little bit on there, not much. That's plenty. I just get a little, there we go. Oop, there's a little bridge right there. Let me clean off the tip. There we go. Nice. Didn't melt any of the plastic either. That's actually probably like the most solder I've ever like gotten on these. Oh no, not the fibers. Usually I try with the knife tip and I don't really get much on them. But that should definitely make a nice and solid connection. I don't like that it's a little uneven, but as long as none of them are bridging, it'll be fine. Alright, now the hard part, putting on the port straight while I'm shaky. Alright. Make sure I got all the fibers off of this. Damn you tweezers. There they go. They're not perfect. Alright, I don't see any more. Alright. Let me put, actually real quick, I'm just gonna off camera put a little bit of Captain tape on the bottom of this port in case it takes me a while to get it on. I don't want to melt it. The struggle is getting this Captain tape off the reel with gloves. Oh, okay, I actually got it. That wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I will show it on the microscope once I have this on there. So I just put two strips on there like that. That one actually might be a little long because it's slightly overhanging where the pins are. You want it to be like just on the edge, but not over the pins. See if I can cut it like this. I don't know. Probably not. If I didn't have the broken tip, I'm sure I could. Be fine. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. About to put on a USB port. Mic's too quiet. I've heard that's the second time someone's told me that. I've turned it up a bit since then. Does it sound better uh like now at this stream than it had in the VODs, or do you think I should turn it up a little more? And nice to meet you. Good? Good. Alright, I'm super shaky today and we're about to do this USB install. I usually do like 390 since it's just below 400. It doesn't melt the plastic as bad and I'm still able to get it on there. Alright, where's my tweezers? I can still turn it up a little, hang on, let's see. If there we go. Okay. Alright, I turned it up a bit again. Alright, let's do this. I've just been yapping instead of actually installing it, I think, because I'm a little nervous to do this with how bad I'm shaking. Alright. Should probably pick up the USB port with my tweezers before I start heating this. Okay. Here we go. Good. Top two are always the last to melt. Probably because they're on the side where the board is rather than the side where like the BQ and stuff is, where it's just kind of a small area. And see, it wants to melt. There it goes. Oop. There we go. Okay. Now I'm just gonna hold the heat here. A little crooked. There we go. That's better. It looks like it's not sitting perfectly. Yeah. I want to move it a little. It's not flush with the holes. There, that's better. I'm okay with that. That is a tad crooked, ain't it? Because it's got, yeah, I don't like that. We're gonna redo it. Just gonna pull, I want to pull this side out just a bit. That's better. Did it like re-crooked while I pushed it down? Yeah, it wants to sit up like that. Alright, we're just going with it. That's better than it was. Alright, let's check these pins. Check out the bottom real quick. See what the melting damage is. Almost no melting. We're good. That's how I expect it to be. Alright, let's poke these pins. Make sure they're all connected. They all look pretty solid to me, though. Those definitely all look solid. But we're gonna poke it anyway. Enigmatic Nano. There you go. Yeah, I mean, these are all like way on there. That one's got a lot of solder on it even. That's definitely good. I imagine if those are good, with how much solder I was able to get on the port before I installed it, I'm sure those bottom ones are good too. You know what, before I take that off, let's plug in the tail insertion tool and see if it actually detects it this time. Uh-oh. I have to take it out of the board holder. I can't get it in straight. That's fine. Still quite hot too. But I just want to see if this even picks it up, because before it was not reading anything. That's hard to see. Ooh, it's still not reading anything. Look at that. That is strange. Nothing. Doesn't even test it. So maybe it wasn't the port. I mean, that last port did look pretty good. Let's see if the diode reading is still the same. Because this is the old port. Which also looks pretty good. I mean, visually there's nothing wrong with the old port. But it was weird that it wasn't testing it. And let's see the new port. Let me move this. There we go. Yeah, the new port is just as good. So we're not having a port issue. I guess I can keep this other port then. It's a good port. But why would this not test it is weird to me. Oh yeah, let me take a diode reading of that same pin. Yeah, I checked the pins before I put it on. They're all good. I also saw that same video with Joey where he had all those wonky pins that were um, like bent, and so they weren't sitting down all the way. But so before I swapped the port, I was getting no diode reading on this pin, and I'm still getting no diode reading. Look at that. That shouldn't be open. But all the other ones are normal. These three should be open. That one's ground. And this fuse is good, unless it somehow blew since I put it back on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think the fuse blew. Even though, yeah, it was good before, it must have blown. Because I'm not getting anything on it. Let me try again. Maybe it was just the flux. No, there's nothing. That fuse is dead. All right. Gotta put a new fuse on it. Something is cutting it off. Well, that fuse, right? All right. I don't even think I need a donor board. I'm pretty sure I have some of these fuses. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus the microscope for the camera. All right. Let's see. Oh, I got some of these fuses somewhere. 3 amp, 32 volts. Is this it? I think it's just higher rated than normal. For the power lines, not data. What is the fourth pin anyway? That's a good question. I have a pinout. You know what? I do have a breakout board too. Let me see. See where I'm hiding the image of the USB-C port. So its pin is A5 or A4. That's A4, which is the V bus. I mean, would I get anything different on the breakout board? Where is it? There it is. Also, it's labeled wrong too, so let's see. I think that it goes upside down. I forget. I know that they put the silkscreen letters on the wrong side of this one, which makes it confusing. That would be A4, right? The A10, I believe, would be A4. Um, let's see. Yeah, right. So, yeah, still reading open even on this. But, right, that would be because of the fuse, right? So let's just go ahead, let's do this fuse. And let me make sure these are fused in here. I've used one, so I think this is it. Alright, we're gonna slap it on and figure it out. Hey, fall out of there. Go on, get. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I probably should have got that other fuse off before taking this teeny tiny fuse out. Let's put this to the side. Let me put this back in the board holder. I don't want the silicone desk mat to swell up and make it hard to see. Just putting it back in the board holder. Oop, I keep knocking it off. Okay, there. That is in good. It's in well, even. I think I'm just gonna try to solder this off with the soldering iron. I don't want to melt the ports any. Let me go with a knife tip. See if I can get this off. Got plenty of flux around it, huh? Should melt easy since I already replaced it. How do I want to go with this? Let me rotate this actually, I think. Alright, come on. Oh, there it goes. I launched into a... Oh, no, there it is. Alright. Get that off the iron real quick. Think I got it. Yep. Don't think these need any more solder. Probably does need a tiny bit of flux though, because it doesn't want to flow perfectly. A lot of flux around it, but not on it. I'm putting on a new fuse. Okay, maybe I do need more solder. Blow onto the tip. There we go. That looks good. Alright, let's try and get this fuse on. Oops. This is gonna be the hard part. Just holding it. I got shaky. Alright. I'm just gonna get one side on. I'm gonna push it down. And then vice versa. I'm gonna switch sides. I might need a touch more solder there. Let me rotate it. That way I can use my right hand. Ooh, that's a bit too much there, ain't it? That's better. Alright. Now let's see if there's a diode reading. Yep. Okay. Let's see if the USB tester detects the port now. And yes, it does. And they're all good. Hello, other nano. Now that we got two nanos. I guess I should just call you Zach, I guess, huh? Then we don't confuse the nanos. So yeah, this is uh, the same board that I was working on, I think it was like last Tuesday. We found out that it keeps frying the M92 because we actually got it to boot and then it killed the M92 and it started only charging at 5 volts, which it's probably still just going to charge at 5 volts. Let me clean it up a little and then I can plug in the charger again. It's probably going to give it 5 volts, but we can hope. So currently I think the M92 that's on it right now is dead because something killed it. Oh yeah, I watched that microscope video too. You do get used to the eye strain, by the way, because I experienced it first when I got this microscope, but I don't feel it anymore. I was like laughing so much at your reaction to the depth perception. That was funny. But yeah, it is crazy. Like when you look at it, I actually started with a digital scope, um, and I disliked it a lot. It wasn't like a good digital scope though either, though. It was like $150 digital scope, and I just didn't like it so much that I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try a very expensive optical scope then. Oh yeah, nice, you're used to it. That's good. Okay, yeah, let me clean this up. Okay, come on, alcohol dispenser. Dispense. Dispense. This thing only works when it wants to. Oh, actually, it's almost empty. Holy crap, I've gone through a lot of alcohol. I didn't realize. Alright, let me fill this back up. I gotta buy more alcohol. Getting low. No, no, I haven't been drinking it. Someone may have, though. I don't know. Alright, what now will it dispense? There it goes. Now it's just dispensing all over. It squirted my mouse on my table. Alright, that'll do for now. I'll clean it up more later. But yeah, let me try this real quick. What am I doing? I have a whole ass air compressor. You feel like you know me? Interesting. Nah, I'm not. I don't leave my house enough for anybody to know me. Is it the voice? Well, I guess it would have to be the voice, huh? It's not like you guys can see me. Alright, I'm gonna plug this in and see if it's still pulling 5 volts. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It was pulling 15. Yeah. Let me let me take this off the board real quick. Still connected. There we go. So now hopefully I guess it doesn't like blow the fuse again or something because I had it getting 15 volts before too. And then it blew something. I thought it was the M92, but it could have just been the fuse that blew. And that would make sense. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean that up a little. See if I can do this without flux. I mean, that's okay. That looks fine. I have so many screws. I 3D printed like a little case. I'll show you guys in a minute. And I just every time a switch breaks, I just throw all the screws from it into my little bin. Let me get this extra off of here. Where did I put my wick? Here it is. I I think I have though, maybe like once or twice, forgotten to put the um, USB-C port screws in, and then I'm like sitting there after I've put the whole thing back together, and I'm thinking in my head like, did I put those screws in? Like I don't know if I put those screws in. And then I'm obligated to open it back up because there's no way I'm gonna sell something that's like I'm not 100% sure on. So and then I have to disassemble the whole thing and like, oh, okay, well I either did or didn't put those screws in. And I did catch myself once. Most of the time I'm just paranoid and I actually did put all the screws in, but one time I didn't. Alright, let me clean this up some more too. Let's just alcohol down a bunch of this. I have so much flux on this that I'll probably ultrasonic clean it. Yeah, yeah. And they have so many screws too. They're like, all right, put in all these screws into the back, right? And you got 3 from the top and bottom, and then you've got, technically only 1 on the left and right, I guess. But then you got the 4 Y screws. I know the USB-C ones are probably the only one I've ever forgotten. I know I've done it at least once. A little screw anxiety. Yeah, definitely. All right, that's good enough for me for the moment. Actually, wait, let me get the BQ chip a little too. All right, let's get it back together, at least in a testable state. Let's see what happens. Take this tape off now, I guess, now that we know it wasn't the port. And I guess I'll put this USB port that I took off back into my good USB ports, since that was not the issue. Oh yeah, my little screw thing. So I got like, I 3D printed it and I put magnets in the bottom. It's actually just like a template that you can find. I think it was on probably Thingiverse, and it's got magnets in the bottom. So I just stick it to my, I got a toolbox behind me, and the lid's also magnetic. Sometimes, sometimes the screws stick to these magnets, but for the most part, it works perfectly. I love this thing. I've got one for the regular Switch, and then I got one for the OLED screws. Oh yeah, I forgot I bid on something on eBay like an hour ago. I did not win. I wonder what it went for. Oh man, $1 above my max bid. That's rough. $1. Everything out of the way. Yeah. Nope. Wi-Fi antenna fell behind there. There we go. I love my 3D printer. Not only do I use it for the containers that I make, but I also use it to heat up the LCD screens so I can swap those out and do like digitizer replacements and stuff. I know I have a lot of 3D prints too. Like this is 3D printed. Uh my little Q-tip holder is 3D printed. I have several 3D printed stencils as well. Let's see. My tweezer holder is up here. It's 3D printed as well as my I can't take them down to show you because I actually like taped them to the bench. But I also have like these things to get the screen protectors perfect. I also 3D printed my little Switch storage thing. And then even my phone case is 3D printed with just like a TPU on the outside. That's just PLA. Oh yeah, and this thing too. Where is it? My little where'd it go? I'm gonna put it in the other drawer. Okay, well it's a joy. Oh, here it is. The little Joy-Con holder, so that you don't have the joysticks like pressing into the work surface, and even simple things like this is just a 3D printed like cutting board essentially, where I just cut things on, or like if I want to get some solder mask or something, I'll just squirt it onto this little plate and then, you know, use the little watch oiler to get it off of there and then clean it. All right, let's plug in the necessities. I actually think let me put one screw in this, hold it together, because I want to put the game card reader in too. Yeah, I can do very basic stuff on CAD. Like, nothing crazy, but I have learned, like, how to make simple things. I don't think I actually have made. Oh, well, I did make the Switch board holder, which is just very simple. It's just like here, I could get it out. I actually originally used it for just holding Nintendo Switches that I was working on, but now it's kind of turned into my board holder as well for all my donor boards. And just this is like my test Switch that I just yeah, the watch Oilers, dude, I love them. And yes, I got them because of you and your video. I'm telling you, man, I think like half my tools are from your AliExpress videos. What all did I get from you doing an AliExpress video? I got the G-Boon soldering station. I got the OWON XDM 1241. I can't remember if the Atten was. I think you have an Atten hot air station. I got the little fan with the heat sink on it. What else did I get? Most of your tweezers. I've gotten most of your tweezers. The little sponges the Kimtech wipes, uh, the little alcohol dispenser. Yeah, I've gotten a lot from your videos. Um, I think I've gotten this. I think you have the same one, and it was maybe a link uh in your description on your videos. Uh, I saw you tested like the Black Horse Repairs Flux, and so I got that. Oh, you did? Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay, right. Yeah, I was looking between the Quick and the Atten, and I did eventually settle with the Atten because I believe Joey uses it, and it was cheaper than the Quick at the time, so I went with that. All right, I can't tell if that didn't make a nice snap. Okay, that's definitely in there though. JDT does too. I think you're right. Okay, backlights in. Do the power button for simplicity purposes. Oops, get back out. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, JDT, Joey does tech. What? For some reason that didn't click in my brain. GPUs. I think that would be something cool to get into. I do eventually want to buy a graphics card to try and fix. And yeah, I would be doing it without any of the good equipment for it too. Uh, so yeah, just the battery, I guess, huh? And we see what happens. I think this battery's dead, so I might grab a different battery and just plug it in. But let's see. What? It's back at 5 volts already. So just unplugging it. Now, did the fuse survive? Or did the fuse blow again? So this is what happened last time too. Is it charged fine. And that was with even without the battery I plugged it in too. So it wasn't because it was charging the battery. Um, go back to resistance. Yep, it blew the fuse again, right? Yeah, yeah, that's definitely blown. So what is blowing that fuse? Huh. I mean, it comes straight from here. It comes straight from the port. I don't know what could be blowing that. I have no idea. Because I mean, that's just the V-bus right in. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, can something down like here blow it? Is that possible? Because that's like an input, so it just travels up to the M92, no? Huh. That is so weird. I do have a thermal camera, and that's a good idea. I haven't used the thermal camera yet on this. Um, or did I? I don't remember. I should maybe after I swap I might put a new fuse on and then also look at it with the thermal camera because I think it's something when it's pulling 15 volts. Um, Let me turn on the thermal camera. I'll look at it real quick too under the 5 volts, but I don't think anything was getting hot from the 5 volts. Inject after the fuse. How many volts can I inject after the fuse? I mean, should I just do like a 1 volt? I'm pretty new with voltage injection. I haven't used it a ton. I've probably only fixed one console with it. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. Um, Let me straighten this out a little. Oh, it's my ring light that's turned. Low volts and go up slowly. Okay. Um, we'll peek at it real quick with just plugging it in. There we go. I don't know why it's cut off at the bottom. Wait, maybe. Nope, it's still cut off, no matter what. What if I zoom in one on this? Nope, nope, don't want to do that. Alright, we'll leave it as is, it's fine. I mean, this is just going to show that the fuse is getting hot or something, right? I mean, because, yeah, okay. Might be something past M92/BQ. So 8-bit, it's not the M92, it turns out, it's the fuse, the V-bus fuse on the port. V-bus has a short/partial short. Okay, well, let's jump the fuse. Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that after I said, "Hey, let's plug it in," and then I was like, "Wait, it won't even get past the fuse then." Okay, let me put the power supply down. We'll start at 1 volt. That's good enough. Um, I might take it back out. I'll just use both probes. It's not a big deal. I was gonna alligator clip it, but it's fine. Let me unplug this battery too. Oh, we got a bot. And he's gone. True. Okay, well, we're on 1 volt. How much current do I have on right now? 2 amps is too high. I want like 1 amp, right? Or even lower potentially. I don't know. We'll just let's go with that. Okay. Oh yeah. So let's see here. Why is my thermal camera still? A little crooked. Oh, this way. There we go, that's straight. It would be easier if I, okay, right there. Do I have to power it on? I do have to power it on. It would be, okay, it'd be a lot easier with, take this out so I can just alligator clip it and turn it on. Um, no, it should just pull anything, right? Not really sure. Because that was pulling nothing. But mine is 16.9 too. I did try 4.3. I didn't like it. It was supposed to like improve the FPS, but I felt like it was the same. So yeah, when I jump the fuse, it doesn't draw anything. Now, could that be because I'm touching the ground that is the USB port? No, because the USB port is still connected to ground on that pin right there. You know, my probes are, one of them was loose. Still nothing. Is that normal? Should it pull absolutely nothing when it's powered off? Now let me take this out of the shell real quick. So I think it boots when I use the bench power supply to the battery connector. But we'll find out in a second. But I'm pretty sure I had it booting doing that before. Okay. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it boots from the power supply. And turn up the amps a little. That's fine. You know, where is my battery connector thing? I have one. What do I do with it? Usually I just leave it connected to the alligator clips. Huh. I've never misplaced this thing before. What did I do with it? Did it fall off the silicone mat side? No. feel like it's looking right at me somewhere. Unless I dropped it on the ground. No? What the heck did I do with it? I might have to make another. Unless I can find it. Pretty important little tool to misplace. I always put it right here, but it's clearly not there. Huh. Feel like I'm going crazy. Hmm. It's not over here. Incredible. Did I put it in my drawer? Alright, we might not be testing it with the battery connector. Still looking a little bit. It's weird though, because I never put it anywhere else but that one spot. Unless I mixed it up and over here somewhere. No? Nope, not there. Hope it didn't like fall in that trash or something, because I do kind of keep it like right above the garbage can. Well, that's annoying. I don't know what I did with it. I have to look for it off stream, I guess. Unless it's under here. Nope, not under there. Alright. I'll do one last look on the ground. And if I can't find it, then we'll either find something else to do, or we'll just try injecting voltage without it. I do have a resistor that I could solder on. Man, that is confusing though. not under this. Alright. I'm giving up on finding that for now. You just had to take my word for it was working fine when powering it from the battery. And I think I checked it with the thermal camera and I didn't see anything getting hot. Oh, that's gonna bother me so much. That is gonna bother me so badly. You know when you lose something and you're like, but it couldn't be anywhere else. Wait, what? Oh, that was weird. That message from you, Tura, did not come through right on my chat. It looks so weird. It literally just has my name and then it says what you said. That's so weird. It's like it picked it up as if I was saying it. All right. Have a good sleep. Okay, what can I still do to this one? Since I don't have... I mean, I can still just manually inject voltage, huh? Or, I mean, if we really want, I could solder a resistor on here. I do have one. And it's actually not lost. I have it right here in my visual view. You said to jump the fuse, right? So that would be like skipping the fuse and just on the other side. So do I mean, so when I did that with the 1 volt, it wasn't doing anything. It wasn't drawing anything. Bridge the fuse with a wire. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Oh, okay. I see. We'll do that then. How big of a wire do you think I need? Do you think like a very small enameled wire will work, or should I use like a larger wire? Since it's, I mean, what the V-bus is the 15 volt, right? Uh, I forget. Yeah, VSys is 4.2. V-bus is 5 and 15, right? Because I have like this tiny wire, which I usually just use for uh, this is like 0.1 millimeter. You think that's good? True. I mean, if it burns the wire also, that's not like the end of the world. The wire can just act like the fuse. I'm gonna melt the enamel off of this. Um, Let me just, I need something to put the wire on. I'll just put it on one of the board holders. Yeah. Turn my camera a little. Okay. And turn the temp up to 420 so I can burn this enamel off. Then I'll just stick this one side onto it. Put a tiny bit of flux on there. Just some cheap stuff. Nanoflux. Nope. Okay, hang on. Let me use the tweezers to hold this. See if I can get it right here. I'll move it closer to the tip. And then turn it this way. I'm too shaky. Bye, Enigma. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for offering your advice. I appreciate it. Okay, you know what, we're gonna put it back. Actually, hang on, I got an idea. We'll put it this way. That should be easiest. Let me bend this out a little. It's not bent the way I want it. There. Okay, that's attached. Now, let's get this to the other side. I clean my tip. I think that's on there. Yeah, that's in there for sure. Oh, come on, tweezers. There we go. Oh no, it's not. It wasn't on there. Okay. It's probably not melted the enamel yet. Let me just put this hot tip on it for a second. Hopefully melt the enamel. Yeah, I need a little more space. It would be easier, I think, if I held the tweezers in my right hand and the soldering iron on my left. Straighten this out. There. Now let's just break this off. Come on, tweezers. They're not perfect. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. So let me, now there should be no resistance. Okay. Yeah. We're good. And let me clean that flux off. Zoom in real quick. Make sure that's connected well. I think that's fine. Let me clean it with some alcohol so I can see it better. Yeah, there's solder connected there. Alright. Alright, thermal camera. Probably hold this up to the camera like this too while we're doing it. Make sure this is in focus. There, that's good. Alright. M92 is warming up a little bit. Nothing else going on around here. There's no battery. Maybe I should plug in the battery? No, because last time it blew without the battery connected. Oh, is that from my fingers or is that... That was just for my fingers. I mean, yeah, so nothing's getting like crazy hot. Should it be pulling current even without like maybe I should power it on, huh? With a battery? For pulling no current, the M92 is a little warm though, huh? Let me plug in a battery. Oh, you want to attempt to boot it without the battery? Just watch the first stage? Oh, you mean from plugging it in, right. That's true. Even without powering it on, huh? Okay, well now I'm wondering, because yeah, it should be self-booting, right? No temp reading. Yeah, okay. Well, let's put it in the battery then. I wish I had I wish I had the battery connector and I could use the power supply. So it's still drawing nothing. It's not even charging the battery now. I don't think this battery's full. I mean, it's possible. Let me try a different battery that might not be full. I know this battery's not full, so BQ issues. Yeah, it's not charging. So I think that's the BQ chip that would be. Let me. It hasn't been changed, I don't think. It's hard to remember because I've spent like a long time trying to figure this board out. Let me diode reading around it a tiny bit. I want to see, I want to check, what is this? This is V-bus here, right? Okay, I think those are fine. Is 0.33 normal? Uh, yeah, that's normal on both of those. What about the other caps? That one's ground on that side, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's normal. Eh, that's okay, I think. It's a little low. Oh, that's not right. That's that's a short. Um, that goes into the. That comes right from the battery, or does that go into the battery? I forget what that cap is. I know that like you solder onto the top of it to test the BQ chip, no? By injecting voltage? I think would the BQ chip itself cause that to be a short reading? I'm not sure if that's an input or an output cap. I can't recall. I think it's on Retro 6. They have the BQ, like a little image. Let's see. BQ chip. Yeah, the pinout. Let's see. Yeah, that's V-bus. So that's in. That's input. Huh. This one right here. Um, this cap. Short. Dead short almost. No, that is a dead short. And I mean the other side's ground, right? I think so. Where's the board view? Yeah, the other side's ground. So I assume that means that, yeah, that and that are also short. Both V-bus on the BQ chip. That comes from the M92, doesn't it? All right, man. Take it easy. I might actually, I think I'll end stream here actually. I do want to either make another one or find that dang battery connector from the power supply. But yeah, There is a short, and I think that comes from the M92. Because it goes in, VBus goes in here, right? Then it goes to the M92, then it goes to the BQ. Alright. Yeah, take it easy. Have a good dinner. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for the advice. Alright. Hmm. So, where else? Before I end real quick. Let me share my screen. So yeah, uh, it's VBus, which comes from all this. So, or where's it going out to all that? That's a good question. Wait, so we're coming in here, right? We're jumping the fuse. Okay, and then yeah, we're coming out of these, what are these MOSFETs? But what about these ones? Let me check this. Cap. Wait a minute, is there a bridge right there? No way. That's bridge to ground. Oh my god. No way. How did I miss that? Hang on, look. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? It's so obvious. Oh no. Let's fix that. There we go. Yeah, yeah. We're not gonna talk about that, alright? Everything's fine. Nothing happened. And we're fine. And just like that, we're fine. So, okay. This should jump to the 15 volts. Okay, and it's going through first stage boot. That's more normal now. So I kind of want to unjump this fuse now. And I think that fuse is blown probably from that short. So let me unjump this fuse and put another fuse on, I'm thinking. See if I can just get this off real quick easily. There. Because I think this, let's see, is this fuse still, I mean, it's not like it fixed itself, right? Yeah, okay, we're still getting mega ohms. So I gotta replace that fuse again, which is fine. I have plenty of those. Let me grab them out again. Let's see. Did I put them away? Yeah, I did put them away. I'm glad I bought a bunch of these fuses. Here it is. I can't believe that. I mean, can't believe what, right? Didn't happen. Now I just want to finish this now before I end stream. That's like a blooper. Oh, don't want that one out. Just the one. Oh, there we go. Set this aside. Okay. Yeah, right. Alright. Put just a little bit of flux on here. I'm trying to get it just... There we go. Alright. See if I can just bump this off. There we go. I gotta get it off the iron now. Got it. Do I need more flux? No, that looks fine. I think it has enough solder too, we'll see. Alright, get off my tweezers. There we go. See if I can put some pressure. Oh, oh, that's a little wonky. That'll be fine. See if I can kind of a little thermal paste under the CPU there. Just want to straighten it out. Oops. Ah, there we go. That slid right into there. That might be the smoothest I've ever done that. It never works out that easily. Okay. Now, will this fuse survive? Now that the nothing that never happened is still not happening. Let me clean it up just a little. All right. Okay. Get that out of the way. Get in there. All right. Or don't. It's your choice. This flex cable has like a very slight bend in it, so it's always a pain in the butt to get in this. Being even more of a pain in the butt right now. It's usually not even this hard. Alright. Maybe if I gotta make sure this side gets in. On the right. There it goes. I don't want to go any further. I hope it didn't mess up one of the pins in there now that I've taken it out and plugged it in so many times. I should look at that real quick, make sure it didn't mess up any of the pins in the FPC. Oh, it did. Yeah, that bend messed up some of the pins. Dang. I wonder if I can get those back in with tweezers. If not, I'm gonna have to replace it. There we are. I don't think I can get the tweezer to get in there because it's too small. I do have some even finer ones. Yeah, it's okay. I got replacements for these. And they're very easy to do. But I do want to see if I can get these back where they belong. I think that there just isn't enough space for me to get this tweezer in there. It's also very awkward to hold this like this. That one's kind of bent. Yep. I'm just going to replace it. It's this FPC connector here. I'll show you. It's... Where is it? Where's my thumb at? I can't... Oh, there's my thumb. Right there. See, there's a tiny bend in it. And I think just unplugging that and plugging it in so many times. It is very wobbly, I know. It's it's because my desk itself is not like the sturdiest, and then the microscope is also on an arm that's attached to the desk, so when the desk wobbles just a little bit, the microscope really feels it. I eventually want to get a more sturdy desk. The only reason I haven't replaced this desk is because it is a sitting and standing desk, so it goes up and down, and I don't want to trade this desk for one that can't go up and down. So I'm waiting to get another one. I wonder if I can just kind of flatten this out a little too with the tweezers. I think I'll replace this real quick. Why not? It's pretty easy replacement. I don't even need the other board holder. I think this one's probably fine. Oh, wrong way. Put it like that. That's a little wobbly. Maybe like that. No. Okay, you know what? I will get the other one. I'm kind of a little committed to this board now. Alright, that's good. Refocus this. What am I, too low? Yep, gotta go up. Not even gonna take the eMMC off, it should be fine. And I'm gonna use 400, 99% airspeed so that I can just leave the nozzle off. Alright. And hopefully I can stop breaking these with that I lost my train of thought. Oh, with that bent FPC. Okay, add a little bit on there. A little bit of flux. A little bit of solder. Might be too much. Oh, you know what? Maybe I will take the eMMC off unless I'll just hold this higher. I'll come in this way. That one looks a little weird. Doesn't want to get any solder in that middle of that pin right there. Oh well. If I have to, I'll just touch up that pin. Alright, let me see where my connectors are. There we go. I thought maybe I replaced this one already, but looks like I haven't used any of my connectors. Still have 5 in the little thing I ordered. Alright, make sure this is good before I put it on. Yep, looks good to me. Wait a minute. Wait. I think I meant I think this is the OLED connector. Hang on. This is definitely the OLED connector. I have them mixed up. I'll clean that off and put it back in there in a second. Okay, so these are the OLED ones. Now they're in the right spot. Alright, now we have the right one. Oops, there we go. I am not very... I'm just too shaky today to do this. Not sturdy. A little more that way. A little too much. That's not bad. Are the pins lined up? No. Nope, nope, we gotta go up a little. There. That looks good. A little crooked though. Um, right about there, I think. That looks straight. No, 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 it's still a little off on the top. It'll also mostly fall into place. Oops, now I messed it up. Okay, well, now I just have to straighten it out. Dang it. Dang it. Where's the steady hands when I need them? They're nowhere to be found. Oops, sorry about that. Don't want to make you motion sick. I deal with motion sickness too. It's no fun. Dang, it kind of sticks there for a second, and then I have to give it a little tap. Oh no, I'm so bad at this. It always pops out on the bottom whenever I push it down. It's because it's trying to jump over the little solder humps. I had better luck when I was pushing it from the bottom. I know I did. I bumped it. I keep bumping it right over it. Oh, that was straight for a second, then it moved. Okay, it's straight. That looks good. That's good. Finally. Whew. Half the battle is over. Actually, that's most of the battle, to be honest. Oop. Alright, heating this back up. Same temp and speed. You might be right, honestly. I tried at the end there, the double hand method. Just put both hands on it for steadying it. Oh, okay, that sank in place. It is a tad crooked, but I'm scared to tap it. Let me look at it, see how crooked it is, and see if it's good enough. Uh, yeah, I don't think it matters. I still see all the pins are connected. Let me poke them, see if we get any pins that aren't attached. Where's my titanium tweezers? Here they are. Looks like some of these back ones might not be attached. That one's good. Okay. Okay, never mind. Maybe they're all good. These ones are all definitely good right there. Those are all good. And on the front, all good so far. That one's good, I can tell. I can tell those ones are good because I can see the solder bridging. Yeah, they're all good. Alright. Clean that up a little. A little bit more. Alright. Let's try this again. And I'm gonna use... Do I have a different screen over here? Nope. I have a different screen somewhere. Right here. I'll test it with this one, because this one doesn't have a bent flex cable, I don't think. No, that looks... Yeah, that looks good. Oh, got the white antenna under it. There we go. And it goes right in. Alright, let me put my one screw back. I'm not going to put the game card reader on. I just want to see if it'll boot twice in a row. Because before it would boot once, and then it would just kill itself. Alright. Let's see what happens. Recharging the battery. And if I unplug it, okay, it's booting. Pulling 10 watts. Maybe. Nothing on the screen. Is the backlight in well? Oh, no, I can see the LCD connector's a little crooked. That's probably what it is. I mean, the FVC cable is, not the connector itself. And let me make sure this backlight's in all the way. Yep, yep. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, that should make a difference. And of course, right as I go to do it, my power meter dies. Ah, yeah, it's on. And obviously it'll have no touch because I don't have the game card reader in. But let me turn it off. I can't turn it off. Not without Joy-Cons. You know what? I can just unplug the battery. Just do that. Alright. It's still alive. We're still good. What is it doing? Why'd it go to 0? What happened? Oh, it's booting. Right. Is it hanging? I think it's hanging. Ooh. Why is it doing that? We force restart it. Okay. And it's not charging the battery now. Did it kill the fuse again? No? It's powering on. We're hanging again. Interesting. That's weird. It's still on from battery. I wonder why it's hanging. Make sure the eMMC is seated, yeah. What if I just boot from battery? It would help if I plug the battery back in. It boots from battery. Interesting. Let's plug it in again. And it killed itself. I think if the fuse was gone, it would switch back to 5 volts, wouldn't it? But yeah, let's look at it though. Because yeah, it's doing the same thing. It only wants to die when it's plugged in. Let's check the fuse. I can test it without the microscope. I want resistance, right? Yeah. No, fuse is still good. Hmm. That's interesting. What could cause that? There it goes. Kills it. I wonder if something's getting hot before that happens. It just stops pulling power. Let me see. See if anything gets hot before it kills itself like that. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. That CPU is kind of cooking. Did it just get hotter? Hold on. Let me unplug the battery. Now it's dropping. It's also pretty warm on the max chip there. That's not a reflection, is it? Oh, is that just a reflection? Hang on. I can't tell. Okay, that was just a reflection. Okay, we're good. All right, let me plug it back in then. And see what happens. BQ chip's getting hot, but that's like normal for the BQ. Yeah, and then it stops. Is that maybe getting hot a little too fast? I know the BQ chip gets quite hot, but that did seem a little quick. I don't think it'll pour a current because it's still stuck. And then it goes to 5 volts. Until what? Until I reset it again? Let's see. Are we still at 5 volts? Did it kill the fuse finally? No? I reset it. Goes back to 14 volts. Dead. That's just reflections, right? Oh, wait a minute. That's that's not a that's not a reflection. Oh, that's not a reflection. Like I thought it was. That's way hotter than that should be getting, I think. I don't think I've ever seen the CPU heat up like that. Yeah, the M92 is new. It's been replaced with a known working one, but also it's possible it did kill itself. And that cools down pretty fast. Let's see. Yeah, it's still booting from battery, as you can see on the little microscope screen there. Yeah, it booted. Interesting. So I mean, that would have to be the M92 then, right? Because we're essentially just bypassing the M92 by using the battery, aren't we? I guess that is normal for the CPU, but I don't know. That's strange. Okay. I wonder if that short killed the M92. Actually, you know what? Let me bring this back. I wonder if that bridge killed the M92. Because our fuse is still alive, right? Let's see. Yeah, the fuse is still alive. Yeah, I did. It wasn't. The short was cleared. Whoa. That is way too high. That is definitely a bad M92. That is way too high. Is it just that one? No, it's not. I mean, that like the other ones are normal. Those two are way high. All the rest look normal. Yeah, even that one that was attached is normal. I forget what those two on the left are responsible for. That's let's see. Goes to the P13. Which I have replaced the P13 on this. There's also a 3.3 volt regulator on the other side, I think. Hmm. This board, I swear, it never stops. But I want to figure it out, even though I've definitely sunk so much time into this that it's not worth it. It's worth the knowledge of understanding why it's not working. I'm gonna take it back out. Alright. I think that is probably a decent time to end the stream. Next time I stream, I'm thinking we'll start by checking voltages on the back. And then swapping the M92 again with another known working one. I'm just stuck to my tweezers here. I don't know. It's gone now. That seems like a good place to start. Because I think there's a like a 3.3 volt regulator, like where is it? It's like right there. Now I can't remember what I did to the back of this. I think I did something. I didn't move this chip, I don't think. I think this is there was I don't know. I did it so long ago. I always work on this board a bit, and then I put it down, and then I pick it back up. Why is that a little dark? I think that's just flux. It wouldn't hurt to check the P13 too, since that's where those two caps go. I did do a trace repair on this board as well, right here. I believe both of those are good though. I've called the stream twice, and then I'm like, all right, but wait. Yeah, those are normal. That's what those should be. Wait, that one's not supposed to be open. There, yeah, okay. I was just poking the mask. All right, anyway. Next time, I'm gonna look at this side of the board. Try and figure out what's going on. This mystery has yet to be solved. But I'm gonna solve it. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. And thanks for stopping by, and thanks for trying to help me figure it out.